I start each day by thanking the white man for the sunrise, for the land I walk on, for the air I breathe.
When I hear the term fresh and fit, I should be thinking of someone healthy, eating vegetables, sound in mind, body, and spirit. But thanks to the red pill community, when I hear fresh and fit, I think of high blood pressure, diarrhea, and anger, mainly from all assault from the red pill community towards women. So, with that being said, I'm checking out this fresh and fit video reacted to by Luke Beasley, who's a political content creator. I agree with some of his points, but I wanted to add my take onto this, mainly because I know more about the red pill, blue pill thing than he does. And hit that goddamn subscribe button before we get into it. Also, Jimmy alert. Some of you, based off your demographics or how far down the pipeline you are, may get your Jimmys rustled like it's 2015. Sorry. If you're new here, I don't bullshit what I say. You've been warned.
Videos on how to get over like breakups and shit. It's only my second relationship.
Why'd she leave you? Why'd she leave you?
So her mom texted me because I got blocked randomly. Like literally, it was random as. She ended up blocking me on everything, and then her mom texted because I ended up like calling her off my second phone. I was like, "What the f happened?" I was genuinely confused, you know. And her mom was like, "Hey, she doesn't want to talk to you no more." Da 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 da. And she basically said like, "You're too controlling or whatever." But the thing is, like, when I asked her, "What do you mean? How am I controlling?" She ended up like saying all these things like, "You have her location, you have her IG." And all this other stuff. But the thing is, she gave me her IG willingly. We both have each other's location. And not just that, it's like it was kind of reciprocal. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how it could be controlling. And then she said that I overheard a conversation with you guys and you told her not to wear something because she was going out with her friends. And I told her not to wear that. And she didn't like tell me like she didn't backtalk me. She's like, "Oh, okay, no problem." And she like just changed her shirt. But the thing is, it was, like, confusing because I know her dad, and her dad would even check her, like, you know what I mean? Like, her own father would tell her, like, you can't wear that. But apparently he had a problem when I did it. So because she said it's not just me, it's my husband, too. So I was like, okay. Like, can I just talk to her? And obviously, I never really
how old are you, bro?
That chance.
How old are you?
I'm 23. I'm in college, and I want to be a fireman.
And how old is she?
She's 21, sorry.
She wants to be a bro.
Pretty much.
It's over, nigga.
Yeah.
She wants to be she wants to live her life, as they would say. And quite frankly, you don't have the sexual market value and pull to be able to tell her what to do. That's what it is. And her family had to get involved because more than likely you might have exhibited some characteristics that made her feel unsafe or whatever.
Because it's being muted out by them, I guess, for terms of service. Let me just once say so that you know what the word is that's being used, especially for our podcast listeners. He's saying that she wants to be a quote-unquote slut. And then other words as well, whore and all the different words. So that's his immediate response. Oh, let me just think of the worst conclusion based on the worst derogatory articulation of that conclusion and toss that out to this caller. A little bit further than I'll give you my reaction.
Also, just to make sure I don't leave anything out, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a background on Fresh and Fit. So Fresh and Fit is a red pill podcast. They talk about dating, relationships, men issues. They enjoy shaming the shit out of women, which, you know, it's a good national pastime for them, I guess. Fit, known as Myron, have fun with that name, by the way, has done really well for himself. It's a shame that I have to keep it real and say the next set of statements because despite doing very well for himself, he has some clear issues this motherfucker has to work out. So for the longest time, he's had this weird race simp issue. Like, you can actually find video of Myron going into a racist whites only space on Twitter and fighting to have a spot there. Like, it's beyond pathetic. He's more successful than any of these neo-Nazi worthless jerk-off stains, yet he just wants to be included. It's like wanting to hang out with tapeworms.
In a hostile and I'm not area, scared to have conversation with you guys because I'm not a pussy.
Okay, well,
so you're gonna have to either kick me out or whatever.
You're not gonna have a conversation with him. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, well, this dude's so whatever. Fucking British guy. Like, dude, I know you're mad about 1776.
Black men are like most likely to fuck other black men. You fucking black.
He's not British. He's not British.
Kick this.
That's the fucking first mistake you made. He's not British.
I give a fuck about you.
Also, before we move on, I wish all neo-Nazis and white supremacists a very happy and merry low-tier God.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill.
He's got a real hatred towards black people too, despite doing a podcast with them for years. Like, it's so weird. He's got smoke for any not in group. So if you're not white, if you're not Asian, he's got smoke for you. Although a lot of it's like completely unjustified. The motherfucker doesn't even know what he's talking about. And it's a real shame because I legitimately feel that he is a smart individual. But dude is just twisted up. Whatever happened in his childhood, whatever happened in his upbringing. You know that episode where SpongeBob forgets everything except for fine dining and breathing? Well, Myron said, "That's a great idea." So the only thing that he remembers how to do now is to hate minorities, Jews, and women. Man switches up his hatred for minority groups like it's an Asian restaurant combo platter. It's like, yeah, I'll get the hating women combo. Sir, would you like some hating minorities? Well, yes, of course, always, but with the side of hating Jewish people too. Hold the whites though. Like, no, actually, please hold the whites. Let me hold them too. I love them, especially the ones that hate that I exist for some reason.
I start each day by thanking the white man for the sunrise, for the land I walk on, for the air I breathe.
And then there's Fresh too. I mean, he's just the Luigi of the group. There's really not much to say. He, well, mostly they, because Fit is the brains of the operation, let's be real, have been brainwashing a new generation of kids and bringing them into this dumbass MAGA thing. And if you're upset with what I said, if you have some black parents, uncles, aunts, like great-grandparents, grandparents, whatever the case may be, ask them what they think of Ronald Reagan. Or shit, let's ask Huey what he thinks of Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan was the devil.
And when it comes to the whole women's thing, I'm not going to sit here and white knight. Because they do some very fucked up things that they should be chastised for. But the only reason that I say that about them is because guys also do things that they should be chastised for, because it's very fucking stupid that they've done it in the first place. The main thing is that it's a human thing. Humans do very head-ass, dumbass, moronic-ass things. Ass. But if you do anything that's not hurting anybody, then I don't care. And neither should you. So let's continue. Bars.
Maybe, but the reality, bro, is that you're not that nigga yet. So you can't be telling her what to do, and she wants to be a so that's what
also,
it is.
the day that she blocked you, she probably won't.
Can I just clarify something real quick?
There's no clarification. She wants to be a whore, bro. It's very simple. She wants to be a hoe, and she doesn't like that you're trying to impede her from being a hoe. So I don't know why you're even worried. Yo, shut the fuck up when I'm talking, man. Like, is calling for advice. We're telling you guys what it is, and then you guys want to, let me clarify my position, which doesn't fucking matter because it's already over. All right? So how about you listen?
No,
it's very simple. It's very simple. She wants to be a. She doesn't want to be your girl anymore. That's the easiest way to get over it because it was never going to work in the first place.
Facts.
All right? You were there as a boyfriend for a temporary amount of time. You've served your purpose. Now she wants to go ahead and live her life. That in itself should make it very easy to get over her because she doesn't want to be your girlfriend right now. So what would you do? You'd be with her and she'd be running around, having sex with other dudes, partying, having a good time. You'd be more miserable with her by your side. So I don't know why you're even, I need to get over her. The fact that she wants to be a should make it easy for you to get over her. No question about it. She literally wants to go ahead and live her life.
That's why I called in, because I don't know what to do, bro.
Okay, well, I told you what to do. You get over it because she wants to be a she doesn't exist to you anymore. It's very simple.
Brother, I want you to imagine girl and you sitting there watching.
And the fact that her parents are even intervening, the fact that her parents are intervening is an even bigger red flag.
The air quotes and the air strokes is crazy. I like how Myron off jump goes into why she's leaving you multiple times instead of hearing like a long story. He's straight to the point. I'll give him that. It's probably the only thing I'm going to give him. But let's summarize this because bro wildin'. And I'm not talking about the caller nor Luigi over here. Although Luigi was kind of Luigi wild a little bit. Okay, I had to calm down. Myron told this man to shut the fuck up, dude. That's crazy. All right, summary. Allegation. The guy's too controlling. Mom says the girl doesn't want to talk. He tries to reach out. He asks for clarification. Mom says he has location. The Instagram for both parties was given willingly. Says that both have each other's locations. Which I'm pretty sure he said they have each other's Instagram just to be sure. Like, I doubt they have each other's logins, but sometimes people do that. Sometimes couples, when they're couples, they share logins for whatever reason. The father exerts a level of control over the daughter, is what it sounds like, saying that she can't wear something. The boyfriend, or ex in this case, can't say that. Says that he's 23, she's 21. Myron writes her off and says she just wants to be a thought, then starts rambling about sexual market value, which, oh, all right. And then bro says, bro just says, you're not him, so you can't do the same thing daddy does. Oh, God. People be tuning in to Fresh and Fit just to be angry at women, but really you should just tune in for a good laugh because it's funny. It's very funny. Bro really said, I don't know why you're trying to keep her from being the gardening tool that she wants to be. But look, guys, jokes aside, Myron and his hairpiece are right. There really is a good lesson there. Although it's hidden under a bunch of bullshit, there's a good lesson. If something's over, it's over. Yeah, you can do like a post-mortem thing, try to figure out exactly what happened so you don't make the same mistake in the future. Or as a couple, they don't make the same mistake in the future. Because I don't want to put it all on one person because I don't know. It could be him, it could be her, and it could be, as usual, like a fine mixture of. But just like if you got let go from a job or something like that, don't destroy your brain trying to figure out what happened. Just unless there's a juicy lawsuit, which, hey, if you got hoed, get your money. But in general, because companies like to figure out how to hoe you without paying out, it's a good idea to just let it go. You'll be better off for it. Let's give it to Myron. If you look at it that way, as toxic as that is, write it off. Get over it. It's not the worst idea. I also wouldn't say it was never going to work because there's plenty of misunderstandings that end poorly in relationships. That's just a part of life. Life is open-ended like that. Misunderstandings are plenty. But jumping to her just wanting to fuck everybody is just, it's out of pocket. Like Myron has no idea who this person is or what they're about. But homie has a history of shitting on women. That's what most of his career is made of. And real talk, like I've talked to a lot of women, a lot of people, but a lot of women. Women like men do fucked up shit, but it's innocent until proven guilty, Myron. Myron, the destroyer of his own career. He jumped immediately to the worst thought of a person that he's never met. Like, who knows? He may have been even right, just to be fair, but it's guilty till proven innocent, is it not? Think about it. If you had a falling out with someone and people immediately, especially if someone has a large following or a larger than normal following, starts with, you just want to be a hoe. Like, what the fuck? You don't know me. The other person could have been very controlling, or it could have been or maybe he wasn't controlling at all. Maybe she was just looking for a BS way out. Like, some people just don't feel the same way anymore for whatever reason. You don't know. Or it could have been a mixture of, it could have been anything. Like, we don't know these people. We've never met them before. This is our first interaction with them ever. Why the fuck would you jump to a crazy ass conclusion like that? Another good nugget in there that was missed because of all the crazy shit that he said. She wants to go ahead and live her life, then just let her live her life. That's what he should have said from the jump and just like left it at that. But Myron has his fan base built off of saying fucked up things and like fuck these broads. So it just plays to his fan base. As much as I've watched Fresh and Fit, it's probably the latter. Regarding him truly believing it and just hamming it up for his angry, hurt, pissed off fan base. And if you are a Fresh and Fit fan, look, I'm with you. Seriously, I'm with you. I'm not with Fresh and Fit, but I'm with you. I understand the situation. I understand the situation more than a vast majority of anybody else is going to be giving criticism to you. Like, you guys, as far as this red pill shit, you're wrong a large chunk of the time, but not 100% of the time. You've gotten done poorly. I've gotten done poorly. And if the roles were reversed in this particular call, for example, more than likely, they would take the girl's side. Even if they said that the girl was controlling, people would be like, oh, the guy's just a weenie. Oh, he's just weak. He's just pathetic. He's a baby. They'll just do that. Like, they'll just, no matter what, or at least I'm not going to say no matter what, but just more than likely than not, the guy is going to get shat on for whatever reason. That's just how society is currently set up. And that's what helps bring them over to this red pill space. Nobody is talking to them. Nobody's trying to help them. Nobody's trying to save them. Nobody's trying to hear their problems. So they be like, fuck it. I'm just going to go over here. And it's like this Pied Piper shit is happening to where MAGA and all these red pillar dipshits will say really nice, cool things. Like, they'll hype you up, but they'll offer you nothing as far as like getting you there. Like, once they hyped you up, they've got their money. They're just going to keep you coming back, going to keep you hating women, going to keep you hating minorities, and they just going to get paid. Meanwhile, your situation still stays the same. They'll tell you some stuff that'll help you out, like working out, getting healthy, getting fit, working on your goals and all that stuff. That stuff's hell, but that's more of like a no shit Sherlock kind of thing. This is shit that even if somebody was like brain damaged and had half their brain missing, they could still work hard. Like they could still just tell you that. Like that's not anything revolutionary or groundbreaking, but they're the only ones that's really saying it to you. So here we are. It's fucked. It's really fucked. It's so fucked, in fact, that I'm surprised that the situation isn't pregnant.
If you're a man's man, as they define it, don't you prioritize the economy a lot? Like, aren't you supposed to care about economics and want a fiscally responsible government?
These motherfuckers do not give a monkey, squirrel, dog shit about economics. Them girls hurt my feelings is what they really care about. Like, just to get to the heart of the matter. That's all they care about. They mess around and get laid, they'll be like, I don't even know what I was mad about.
Is one of the things I've been arguing a lot with the Moody's on The Grudge about, which is, what is the right place for a man and a woman in the relationship? And a woman needs to be subservient to the man, and the man can ask for changes from the woman, but the woman shouldn't tone police or ask for relational changes from the man. And the woman needs to be doing this and that in the kitchen. And while all this seems like, wait, didn't we progress past such regressive ideologies?
I get what he's saying here, but really, if you both want to do a relationship like that, then fuck it. If you want to be the, bye honey, I'm off to the coal mine to provide for the baby, and then she's like, bye honey, I'll have dinner ready by 7, hit ass. If that's what y'all want to play, if y'all want to play 1950s house, then hey, do it. Who cares? Trad wife is kind of hot, but I'm not going to hold you or be salty if you want to have a career or do your own thing. My ass tired, shit. Go ahead and be the breadwinner. I'll be the trad whatever at the house, however you want to do it. You can make the money, deal with the assholes on the job, give me the allowance. I'll try to make something of it. Maybe we can both retire early if we both succeed. So I'm with him because it does sound like I'm allowed to beat my wife in the 1940s kind of thing, but it's just whatever y'all agree on. Like, this is y'all's life. You do whatever the fuck you want. If nobody feels pressured into doing anything, so win-win. Do what you want. Do the trad thing if you want to. I don't give a damn.
We didn't. So we need to stop ignoring them, and we need to explain to people why they're harmful. And one of the reasons I think I could explain in an interpersonal interaction with like a fan of Fresh and Fit is that even if their major concern is inceldom, for example, because a lot of these shows are driven by giving advice to people who may not be incels necessarily, which is involuntarily celibate, people who are not finding sexual partners, having difficulty doing that, but are adjacent to it at least, where they're struggling with women. And so then you can take the discontent they feel about that and direct it in a lot of different ways. In some ways it could be productive, in some ways it could be really, really harmful. And the women are just this and that is the more harmful way.
All right, Luke, I'm going to take over for the rest of this. So basically, yeah, the women are trash crowd and the men are trash crowd. You guys got to stop doing this. It's wild how we're always at each other's throats. When it comes down to the universe, we're literally all we have. Fighting over some dumb shit like race, gender, sexuality, creed, all that, there's just no point in it. Like, we just turned it into some tribal nonsense for no reason. Like, it helps nothing. Now, with the politics thing, advocate for the team that gives you something that makes your life better and easier. And mathematically, it's not the red team. Seriously, remove the feelings aspect out of it. If Republicans offered you something like universal childcare if you got a kid, free college if you're in school, student loan debt relief, like especially if you're being crushed by just the interest alone, which interest is completely unrelated to your actual loan. Paying it back is one thing, but interest is like a blood-sucking parasite. It literally adds no value. It just keeps you in shackles longer for no particular reason other than just to make more money off of you. That's it. If the red team, Republicans, offer to fix this kind of thing, which has been prevalent for like decades rather than just a blue team trying to fix it, I'd be like, all right, go red team. But they don't. They don't offer you shit but shit. But you'll at least feel good, right? You won't be good. You'll be screwed over again. But hey, you feel good. Chop off your arm and they'll just brainwash you into thinking that if you just work hard enough, you can grow it back like Piccolo.
When your first reaction to a girlfriend saying you're being too controlling is You must want to be a slut then. I don't think you're accurately describing a problem that's hers, but yours.
So people, I'm going to say this as somebody who also has an angry chip on their shoulder for multiple reasons. And I'm not even going to say your reasons aren't justified. I bet a lot of your reasons are very justified. And I imagine some of those reasons are unjustified. But as a fellow shoulder chipperoonie, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, if you have a chip on your shoulder, it's hard to see something like that last because it creates friction. Anything causing friction in life tends to have a shorter shelf life than anything that's frictionless. Metaphor, physical, doesn't matter. Friction, negative energy, whatever you want to call it. When the energy is there, it wears things out faster. Think about it. Any kind of pain, turmoil, objects colliding into each other, that collision wears objects out regardless of the type of collision it is. Even if it's infinitely small or larger and causes complete devastation, it wears something out over time to a degree. I'd say my overall problem with the red pill, they start out with a solid premise on things like I've mentioned before. Working out, eating right, being healthy, work on yourself, work on your goals, train hard, pursue your goals in life, clean up your room, old Jordan Peterson head ass. But then they go into this really messed up conspiracy land and distorted reality. The premise in the beginning is so good, it's so obvious. Then someone takes a coke-fueled acid tirade to it and everything goes to shit. Be Republican if you want to be, but the fact of the matter is, they hype you up but don't offer you jack crap to go wherever you want to go in life. They hype you up and also create roadblocks for you at the same time. And not all of you gonna make it through those roadblocks. Hey, good luck if you think you can. Meanwhile, they be making golden stepladders for people who are already born rich. The short and skinny of it is, you getting played. And you're letting your emotions blind you to something so obvious. A blind man could see it. There may be some of those red pillars that actually do genuinely care about you. I've yet to see them. Just how Myron told homeboy who was just reaching out to him for help, he just told him to shut the fuck up. Like, this is how they care about you. They're telling you straight up without telling you. So if you want to follow it, I've already warned you. It's up to you after that. Just remember, I'm your Carfax report. You can call me boring, but guess what? I'm still telling you what the fuck is up. Don't let these dopes dupe you. Follow the motive. It's easy to tell when somebody's making so much money. It's like, what do you get out of saying X, Y, and Z? Always think about the motive. Myron has likely become a multi-millionaire based off of telling you to hate women. Seriously, motive, target market, target audience, target business model. It's so simple. But that's it. Good luck out there, y'all. I know it's hard, but I believe in you. Drop me a line. Like and hit that sub button. Later.